Welcome to the Assault Shadow build. This is a mid to late game build. I went with this build through the 3rd region and it proved to be very effective. If played right, it's OP without a doubt, because speed is very good in the game as you can continuously attack enemies, stun lock them and whatnot. I'll try to explain how these things are done in this video. For now, just watch a little bit how this build works, and then I'm going to go into the build details and then into detailed how to play section in the end. Now we go into the status and attribute screen. If the screens are going too fast, just pause the video. Vitality and endurance are primary stats. We need a lot of those because this is a plate armor, so high endurance is a must. I also have a lot of stamina things on the gear, which helps tremendously. Strength, willpower, proficiency. Proficiency obviously is the most important thing here. Willpower is also good. Strength just needs to be up enough to get agility B. That's it. I'm not really sure how much strength I need in this case to retain agility B, but if you respec, there's no need to have a lot of points into strength. Disperse those points into willpower and proficiency. Set combination I'm using is Deep Shadow with Strategist on accessories. Affixes that we are looking for are damage multiplier increase, stamina damage increase, probably stamina damage increase being the primary one if you can get it, stamina recovery, max stamina, that's about it. This is the spear skill tree, pause the video if needed. I like to keep things simple as much as possible. Everything is mandatory here except the very last bottom right skill. That's optional thing, but it's a good thing because you can use that to strike enemies from afar and destroy their projectiles. Cool skill, but it uses a lot of spirit, so that's why it's optional. On the common skill tree, I'm not using reflection, but that's an optional thing. If you want to use reflection, if you're good at it, why not? Definitely use it. I just don't like the risk, and that's why I've invested those points into something much more efficient for me. First and most important thing is to get the Moonlight Stance. Moonlight Stance is a buff that is activated upon completing the Swift Attack combo, meaning 3 strikes. This can be done by chaining 3 hits normally, or after the dodge or brink guard. When the Moonlight Stance is active, we basically do more damage with swift combos and potent blow combos. After Image Thrust ability is good to continue the combo. You can do After Image Thrust to continue the combo always, as long as you have the spirit. Then we have the Assault move, which is the continuation from Swift Attack into the Heavy Attack, meaning into the Potent Blow. Assault has 2 moves. One is the Frontal Pole Kick or something like that, and the other one is the Backward Somersault, which is something like he pushes him away with his feet. Very cool combo that does a lot of stamina damage, and more importantly, that push backwards can get you out of the way of some of the hits from enemies that have short to medium reach. Cool thing about the Assault is that you can only do one move, the Frontal Pole Kick, and continue into the ability, and then from the ability back into the Swift Attack for the infinite combo. This is great after the counter attack, meaning after the enemy gets staggered when they try that red attack and you counter attack it, as then many moves can be chained together until spirit has run out. Assault can also be used after the Bring Guard and Swift Attack, or after the Dodge and Swift Attack. Another ability is the Phantom Heatwave, I think that's the name of it. Anyway, basically you spin the staff and counterattack with the Swift Attack. It's a very powerful move that can be used very nicely mid-combo, when enemies try to counter you in the cheap way as they usually do. Last thing is that optional ability that I told you that you can use or don't have to use. It's a cool one though, because with full upgrades you can do this. The projectiles that you shoot off also destroy the incoming projectiles from the enemies, which is very useful at times, but it does cost a lot of spirit. Anyway, that's all for this build, thanks for watching, hope this helps, and stay tuned for more stuff.